Hey guys, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and today we're going to do the detailed review of the camera on the Xiaomi Mi 4. Xiaomi announced their flagship device, the Mi 4 in India, and it went on sale on Flipkart for a price of Rs 19,999. The phone comes with 5-inch Full HD IPS display, and it also has a 2.5 GHz quad-core Snapdragon 801 processor with Adreno 330 GPU. The Xiaomi Mi 4 also features a 13 megapixel camera with a Sony sensor and an LED flashlight. Unlike the Mi 3 where we had the dual LED flash, the Mi 4 comes with only single LED flash. The front facing camera is 8 megapixel and is pretty useful for selfies and video calls. So let's start off the detailed review. So first let's have a look at the interface of the device. So this is the interface of the Xiaomi Mi 4 camera. So unlike the camera interface on the MIUI version 5, there's lots of change with respect to the interface in the MIUI 6. So initially it came with the MIUI version 5 and then it was upgraded to the MIUI version 6. Now in the MIUI version 6 camera, there are lots of changes. You can see on the left side you have the option to switch to front facing camera, and at the bottom you have the option to enable or disable flash. So those are the only two options visible in the interface. On the right side you have the video recording option, the photo camera, and the option to view the photos. Now if you just swipe from top to bottom, you can see the filters. So these are the filters available. So there are lots of filters available like mosaic, autumn, Japanese, fisheye, blur, dawn, indigo, normal, mirror, etc. So filters are now very popular on these smartphone cameras. So Xiaomi has also included lots of filters available. So if you just swipe back, it will come back to the camera interface. Now another option is just to swipe from the bottom to top, and you can see the other options. So in the settings, you can see here lots of modes are included. So first is audio capture, then highlight tones, burst shoot, there is panorama, there is HDR and refocus. So we'll come back to these options. So interesting one is the refocus app. So we'll also show you the refocus option. So let's go to the settings. So you can click this button and open the settings. So here lots of options are included. So here you can see the normal set of options like the watermark, then you have grid lines, QR code, camera frame can be set to 4:3 or 16:9. Then you can set the picture quality as high or standard or low. Then there is face detection enabled. Then lots of other options like the contrast, saturation, sharpness, etc. So these are the camera settings available. Almost all options are included, pretty feature rich camera. So let's go back to the option. So we can select the option from here. Say for example, if I select HDR, you can see the normal HDR and there is live HDR option. So these are the two options. So you can just swipe back and come back to the normal mode. So these are the options. So there are two gestures. One, you can swipe from top to bottom, that is you can see the filters. So you can swipe from bottom to top to get these options. So those are the camera settings. So now let's go to the video mode. So just click this mode and you can enable the video mode, and here again I have lots of options. So we'll come back to this option. So just swipe from bottom to top. Again you have the options. So there is slow motion, there is fast motion, and HDR. Slow motion is disabled because you can record slow motion only in HD recording. Right now it's selected as full HD. So let's go to the settings. So here again we have the settings. So in the settings, the normal set of options include the location, camera, sounds, image capture while recording. You can take captures while recording. There is image stabilization, video quality. We have a 4K video recording. So that's something interesting on this device. There is 4K recording. There is full HD, HD, and SD. So we already uploaded a 4K video recording on our channel, so you can check out that video to see how the 4K recording on this device has come up. We also uploaded the full HD sample, so again you can have a look at that sample as well to see how the video fares. Now we have tap to focus, then we have the time lapse interval. So as I said before, if you select HD and come back here, you can see the option that is slow motion is also enabled. So slow motion can be recorded only in HD mode, and fast motion and HDR can be recorded in 4K recording mode. So this is one really great camera which offers HDR capture in 4K. So that's the options available. Now coming to the 8 megapixel selfie camera, you can just swipe from here to enable the front facing camera, you can just swipe from here and come back to the normal camera. And when you swipe it, you have again option that is only countdown timer is available. If you go to the settings again, there's lots of options to choose from. Again, you can see mirror front camera, camera frame, then picture quality, additional settings like face detection, face recognition. You can display the age and gender of the person, so that's again enabled. So that's just the camera interface. So overall, it's a pretty feature rich camera interface, lots of options included, but the interface isn't really that easy. So but once you get used to the interface, it's pretty easy to use, but initially you might have difficulty in finding out the options because it's not a direct interface. You have to swipe up and down to get the settings as well as change the modes. So once you get used to the interface, it's pretty easy. Now let's go straight into the camera samples. So first up, let's see the daylight shots. So here are the daylight shots which are taken using this camera. So have a look at them. As you can see from the photos taken in daylight, the Xiaomi Mi 4 camera has plenty of detail, color reproduction is accurate, and also the white balance is right most of the time. Although at times you might feel that the images are a bit oversaturated, but the overall quality of the daylight shots are pretty good. Even if you zoom the photos, there isn't much of noise or loss of clarity, and overall the daylight shots are come pretty good. Now moving on to the macro shots. Here are some of the macro shots taken in daylight. As you can see from the above macro shots, the macro captures have come really good and the detailing is again pretty decent. Again, the colors look vivid and are closer to the real colors. The focusing of macro shots were pretty fast and you can always touch on that display to focus it. So we seldom had any issues with macro focusing. And the macro shots also add a bokeh effect which is pretty good. There is also a refocus option. So we'll just show you the refocus option. So refocus can change the focus of macro shots after you have taken the photo. So the refocus works well if you have the two objects which are less than 1 meter from the lens. So we'll just show you that refocus option. Now this is a photo taken using the refocus mode. So here the focus is the camera cap and you have an USB OTG cable a little far behind. Now the focus is on the camera cap. Now let's just see here. You can see here touch and hold to refocus. So I'm just testing and holding this option and you can see that now the focus is moved to the USB OTG cable and now this has gone slightly blurred. So this is just an example on how the refocus works. So you can just come back here and touch and hold to refocus this again back. So it works pretty decently and you need to have these objects almost 1 meter from the camera. So it's pretty useful feature if you want to change the focus later, but it's not really that handy as what we found on the Nokia refocus app. So it's not really that effective, but still it works pretty decently. You can just tap and hold onto the image to refocus it. So that is the refocus mode on the Xiaomi Mi 4. Now moving on to the low light images. So here are the low light photos taken using this camera. While the daylight and macro shots were impressive, one area where the camera was disappointing was the low light abilities. The Mi 4 really doesn't handle low light situations very well and the noise levels are higher and the colors also become muted. And this is clearly evident from the photos. You can see from these photos. Under well lit conditions, the photos have decent clarity, but again they are not up to the quality of a flagship. The macro shots in the low light were noisy and weren't of that great quality. So this is one disappointing aspect. The low light quality of the photos were not up to the mark, and we would say that it's pretty decent for the price, but it's not really best for a flagship quality camera. So that's one area where the Mi 4 camera was disappointing. Unlike the Mi 3 which comes with dual LED flash, the Mi 4 has only single one, and this is yet another disappointing aspect of the camera. So we can have a look at the shots taken with the flash. The flash was not accurate and added an yellowish tint to the photos and the colors looked washed out. So overall in the photo quality, the daylight shots were pretty good while the low light photo were pretty disappointing for the flagship phone. Now moving on to the video recording. The Xiaomi Mi 4 video recording has the same interface as of the photos, and we already talked about this. The Mi 4 is able to record videos in 2160p at 30 fps, that's a 4K video, and also at 1080p at 30 fps. The details in the video are pretty good and the colors and contrast ratios are also good. The phone can also record videos in slow motion, which is available only in the HD mode, and there is also fast motion and HDR video recording even in the 4K, which we already talked about. So we already uploaded a 4K sample, you can check out that. Now moving on to the front facing 8 megapixel camera. The device sports a 8 megapixel camera specifically for selfies, and it also features facial recognition for autofocus. And it also can guess the age of the faces in the viewfinder. It has a wide angle camera, which means you can add in a lot of people in the selfie. The front facing camera performs pretty decently, and the selfie photos have pretty great quality, and we were pretty impressed with the selfie shots. So now we are talked about the photo quality, the video quality, and also the front facing camera. So the Xiaomi Mi 4 definitely can take great photos in the daylight, but it's a low light where the camera struggles a bit. The video quality is also pretty good, and there is option to record videos in 4K, which is an added feature in the sub 20k price point. Although it might not be the best camera out there on a smartphone, it is definitely class leading in the segment of affordable flagship, that is flagship below around 20k price in India. So if you're looking for a great camera experience sub 20k price point, Mi 4 is definitely a camera which you can consider buying. So that was a detailed camera review of the Xiaomi Mi 4. Hope you like this video. If you have any questions, just drop a comment and we'll be glad to help you out with your queries. If you like this video, do hit the like button and also subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. And finally, thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.